Hi, my name is Megan. I live in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and thank you for joining me for another video. It's Friday as I'm posting this, so it's time for Friday Sews, and today I'm going to be sharing what I've been up to lately and what I have planned next. I hope that you have had an awesome summer, or I suppose it's winter on the other half of the entire planet. It is coming to an end here in Calgary. This past week it was quite a bit cooler than it has been, but my mind is still sort of stuck in summer mode. So I have a dress to show you today that I just finished testing. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I had tested the expanded sizes of the Itch to Stitch Celeste dress. So this dress came out, it must have been 2 years ago, and it is a short-sleeved princess-seamed dress with a facing and a V-neck, and then it's got some gathering and some pockets. It was very popular from what I understand, and I've seen lots of people make it, but it was only in their 0 to 20 size block. So now it is available in their full size range. It has cup sizes for the bodice, so with the princess seams, it's easy to get a great fit, I think. It comes with the option to install a zipper, an invisible zipper in the side seam, but if you're like me and your top half is smaller than your bottom half, you probably won't need it. I didn't install a zipper in my version. So I made the Celeste dress in fabric that the pattern did not suggest, but I went a bit rogue at the fabric store. And I made it in this purple, and it's just a polyester that I got from Fabricland in the clearance section. I had intended for this to be like just a wearable toile or test garment for the testing process to see how it went together and whether it was the right size. The fit on this is great for me. So if I was gonna make it again, what I would do is probably go down to a 14. I made it in a 16 C cup through the bust and waist, and then I graded out onto a 22 at the hip. And I think because the gathering on the skirt is really only in the front, and then the back has smooth princess seams, I'm glad that I went to the 22 for the skirt to accommodate for my hip measurement. Instead of, typically I would look at it and be like, oh, it's, there's enough of an A-line, I'll just make a 20. But I'm glad that I did, because the back of the dress has a really nice smooth fit and very flattering with those princess seams. So I bought this pattern when it was released the first time because there was something about it that I thought that's so cute, and it's so different than anything I had seen sewing pattern wise. But I had never made it because my hip measurement was bigger than the pattern, but also because something about the pattern design looks like scrubs, like nursing scrubs, or medical scrubs, like the ones they wear at the dentist. I think it's the facing and the pockets, like just the style of it. So I was looking at some linen, and what they had available at the fabric store that I went to was just solids. And they had like a blue and a green and a teal, and those are all lovely colors that I wear a lot of. But I thought, if I make this dress in a solid colored linen or cotton, it's gonna look like scrubs to me and I will never wear it. So I went for really a more vibrant print fabric. And this is just a 100% polyester. Like I said, I pulled it out of the clearance section. I think it's from last fall. I thought it was a leopard print, but maybe it's a floral. I don't know. Anyway, definitely with this pattern, if you want to succeed with this, you need to make sure that you are accurate in your cutting, your marking. So mark all of those notches and points, and every single one of them. They're all really important. But also pick a fabric that presses really well, because that facing detail is pressed and then basted in place, and then you top stitch it. And you need to be able to, you press a fold like a guide, and you need to be able to stitch along that. So your fabric has to hold a press. Fortunately, this did, but I got really lucky because I've worked with lots of 100% polyester random mystery fabrics that I've bought at Fabricland that would not press, and that would be a nightmare for this dress. So I think, if you're interested in making this one, go for something that's going to press really nicely. I think there are some beautiful printed linens available, or like a linen rayon blend for a little bit more of a drape. But yeah, go with something that's going to press really nicely. And yeah, I would avoid a solid color. I think it could look really cute in like a dark chambray for fall too. My back neckline facing got a bit wobbly because I used an inner facing that was just a bit too stiff on this. But yeah, I think it's really cute. If I'm honest, I'm not sure how much I'm going to wear out of this, because I do think that it would be very cute for fall in leggings. I don't have any navy tights or leggings, so I'd have to go buy some. And I'm still working from home, so it's not the type of thing I would put on at home necessarily, but we'll see. I'm going to endeavor to try to wear this because I do think it's a beautiful dress. I got a really nice finished garment out of it. And the instructions for H-to-stitch patterns are impeccable. So I would say if you're looking to level up your sewing, that's a good company to look at. I wouldn't recommend this pattern for a brand new sewist. You would be more successful if you knew how to do things like how to understitch, how to press. If you were confident in your top stitching, I think then it's a breeze. But if you're not, if you want a challenge, go for it. If you're not, this is not a pattern for like an absolute beginner. But H-to-stitch patterns I find that their patterns, and I'm part of a tester pool, but I'm not an affiliate, I'm not sponsored, but I find that their patterns do increase my skill set and help me to build confidence. So I really appreciate that. I do feel like I get a more polished, finished garment out of what I have learned from their patterns. So give it a try. The other thing that I've been working on, and I can't show you, is a pattern test, but for a top that I cannot wait to show you. Hopefully next week I'll be able to show you, but as it got colder, well, not colder, it's like 12 and rainy here, I have all of these short sleeve tank tops, and I wanted a long sleeve tee. So I've got a great long sleeve t-shirt to show you. Super fun. I whipped another one up last night, and it was like an hour super well spent, and I've had a bananas week, so I needed that time at my machine. And yeah, next week I'll show you the top. The other thing I've worked on recently is an outfit for my son. So there was no Friday Sews video from me last week because I was sewing. I was working on this dress, and I was working on this little outfit for Logan. But my son is 3, and he loves trucks and cars and construction vehicles, especially anything like that. So I made him a pair of shorts. So this is the Ellie and Mac Be Active shorts for kids, and it's got an elastic waistband and then a detail, and I hemmed them with my cover stitch, and then to match I had made a little muscle shirt. So this is the Maui muscle tee from Peekaboo Patterns, and it's just color blocked. All I had was a fat half of this knit construction truck fabric from Bare Necessities fabric here in Calgary. And so I wanted to use as much of it as I could, and I got the top, and I still have a little bit left that I can use as a detail on a tee, maybe a yoke on a sweater or something. And the yellow is a luxe jersey from the Fabric Snob, so it's really quite nice, very breathable. Logan loved this. It's so satisfying to sew for the little people in your life, and when they really love what you make them. So my daughter can be a little bit lukewarm on mom-made garments, and was even like at 3, was often I would make her something, she wouldn't touch it. And then months would go by and she would wear only that top. But anyway, Logan, I showed it to him and he was so excited, and he wore this outfit all weekend. I had to peel this shirt off his little body on Sunday night when it was time for bath. He even slept in it, which is probably gross, right? You're probably thinking like, you need to get the kids some new clothes, but we didn't do a ton. We weren't out. It wasn't hot and sweaty, and he loved the shirt. So he managed not to spill on himself, and so I let him keep wearing it. But yeah, he's thrilled. My only concern is that the black, I hope it doesn't fade out too much. I've had some custom knit fabrics, because they're printed on white on the back. The black background can fade out. So, but I think, there's enough. It's not going to last forever. He's 3. He'll outgrow it by next summer, so he can wear it as pajamas. But he does love it, and it was just fun. It was fun and super satisfying, and I think he looks adorable in it. I think he looks adorable all the time, but I particularly think he looks very cute in this outfit. So I was really happy to make something for my little guy. These shorts are interesting because they have this elastic waistband, and it's that sort of sports style which I've seen achieved by top stitching a wide elastic, but this actually has you sew 3 channels, and then you run 3 strips of elastic through those channels. And so it's narrow elastic. Like I had, I think it's a quarter inch. It called for 3/8, but I had 1/4 inch elastic. So run through those channels instead, and it gives you that really sporty look to them. And then of course the little detail on the bottom, I quite like the way these look. I think I'll probably make a pair of these for my daughter too. Emma's hopefully playing basketball this year, and I think these remind me of the basketball shorts that I wore when I played basketball. I bet that now they wear hot pants. I have no idea what kids are wearing to play most sports these days, but these reminded me of basketball shorts in there, like they're long and loose and quite baggy. So I think I'll make some for Emma, maybe in a couple different solids, or if I could find some basketball fabric, I think she would really like that. So, and on my plans, I have sewing, so I have Friday today off. I've taken one more vacation day. My kids go back to school. Well, just Emma goes back to school on the 1st of September, and I haven't made her back to school outfit yet. So I made her first day of school sweater last year. I made her a Sloan sweater from Love Notions in a rib knit, just a hoodie. So it was really lightweight, like t-shirt weight hoodie, and she loved it. So I would really like to make her another one. She has a pattern picked out. She wants a crop top, a hoodie again, and I have some tie-dyed, really brightly colored tie-dye style bamboo French terry. So I'm hoping to make that for her. And then I also have a couple, I fell prey to the impulse buy at the fabric store. And I picked up this, I feel like every time I do one of these videos and I show you fabric, then it goes into my stash and I never show you the finished garment, but I'm getting there. And I need to stop buying fabric because I'm out of storage space. And I'm sure that's a song you've heard thousands of times from all of us. But anyway, this is a chiffon that I got on clearance at Fabricland. It's light, it's sheer, it's drapey, and the colors are just gorgeous. So I have been paying attention to the colors that I wear and the colors that I'm drawn to and the colors, that are flattering to me, and the things that I have to wear for fall and winter. And they're not in the same, that Venn diagram, the circles aren't overlapping. So I own a lot of black and gray and drab colors for sweaters and cardigans and things, blazers. And I wanted to make something that was bright and cheerful. I would like to say that the tough times of living through a pandemic are behind us, but they aren't. And I know I have some stressful days ahead of me at work and at home. And so I thought, I love to cheer myself up with nice clothes and nice projects. So I'm gonna make myself a floor-length duster cardigan jackety thing with this. I've washed it. You can see I ran a seam line on it so that it wouldn't fray. And I have never sewn with fabric like this sort of sheer chiffon, and so it may be a nightmare. I might regret every second of it. I might love it, but I feel like if I was going to describe this fabric, I think I would call it sophisticated bonkers art teacher, which is maybe what my style is evolving to be. I'm not an art teacher, but anyway, I do think it's beautiful. And the colors are so bright and so cheerful and a little bit dark, and it's got a little bit of a mysterious glamour to it. So yeah, I love it. It also kind of reminds me of my grandma, who will be 100 in September, and I was drawn to it. It called my name like a siren, and I could not help myself, and now I own it. So anyway, that's my plan. I have a couple projects on my list. As I mentioned last time I did a video, I don't think I'm going to get all of my summer sewing projects done as we transition to cooler days and just looking ahead to fall. I don't think I'm going to get everything done on my list, but there are a couple things left I have to finish. I have 3 projects that are sort of half done that I would like to wrap up, just to get them taken care of and done so that I don't have to worry about, well, I didn't ever finish that blouse because I didn't insert the sleeve on it. So it is a goal of mine to get those done quickly, and then, yeah, start making some plans and some dreams. I hope that you are having a wonderful week. I hope that you're enjoying your projects on your plate, or you're thinking about what you're going to make next, and I would love to hear about it. If you have any questions about the Celeste dress, or if you have any questions about the project I made for my son, please let me know, and I will see you again soon.